What up, fam? It's your boy King Swift back with another episode of Swift Talk. And before I get started, I just want to say Happy New Year to everybody. This is my first episode of the new year. I'm glad you all here with me. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's just good to be here. That's all I can say, man. Thankful, blessed. We all blessed. You know what I'm saying? 2022, baby. Let's get it. So the first episode of this new year, we're going to talk about Georgia versus Alabama in the national championship game. Now I know the rest of the college football world is just sick and tired of Georgia and Alabama. Let me let y'all know something too. I'm sick and tired of Georgia and Alabama. I'm sick and tired of Georgia versus Alabama. Alabama versus Georgia, whatever way you want to look at it. Um, but it ain't nobody's fault but ours. It's the two best teams in the country. I want to congratulate Georgia for getting here. You know what I'm saying? Georgia's a very, very good team. They deserve to be here just like Alabama deserve to be here. People, they always try to count us out, say the dynasty over and all of that. You know what it is? It's the Auburn game. I don't They still talking about the Auburn game. Like they almost had us. People just cannot get the Auburn game out of their mind. Let me let the world know a little secret. The Auburn game was my favorite game of the season. You know what I'm saying? That I don't feel bad about it at all. You know, people expect for Alabama just to come out and beat everybody 50-0. Every game is not gonna go like you expected. It's another team on the other side of the ball that want to win back. Didn't Nick Saban tell y'all that they want to win just like if a team don't lost four in a row, they want to win bad just as a team that don't won four in a row, maybe even more. Like they trying to get off the snide. So the Auburn game and the Texas A&M game to me were my two favorite games of the season. Let me tell you about the Texas A&M game that we lost, our only loss of the season. What I learned in that game was Bryce Young grew up. Y'all got to remember, man, playing in a hostile environment like College Station and Jordan House Stadium, the noise you can't hear. It's more communication than it is just us getting beat. You can't hear. Is you going on a clap, a silent count? Like the communication, when you don't have that, even if you practice for it, it's just not, you're not gonna get that feel. So that's why it's so hard for us. The crowd, they just rabid. I mean, they loud. You can't hear a thing. And we can't communicate. And the tackles and the people who blocking, they can't get out because they can't hear the snap. Didn't Kirby tell y'all that? Like when he looked at the Auburn film, it was more about communication than it was how bad of a football team that we was. Now, when we get anybody on a neutral site, like we're going to do it in Indianapolis on January the 10th, you'll see what it is when we communicate and that noise ain't a problem. You'll see. That's why the Texas A&M game, we walked Texas A&M down. We got behind by a lot. I ain't going to say what happened or how we did it, but we walked them down and we got the lead. Our defense just, and that's why I like the Auburn game. The defense grew up in the Auburn game. Um, they held Auburn down. Even though we couldn't score, they didn't let Auburn get away. And I think they grew up in that game. So I love the Texas A&M game. I love the Auburn game. That's what y'all fail to realize, man. People, they always just look at, I don't know what y'all be looking at, but I look at growth like this is a young team. And for that very reason, if I was a Georgia fan, I would be scared of this Alabama team because they don't know no better. They don't know that this is supposed to be a rebuilding year. They don't understand. The only thing, they don't grew up before your very eyes, and they are peaking at the right time. So if I was Georgia, I would be scared of this team because they stupid. They don't know no better. They don't know. The only thing they know, we in the championship game? These guys, Bryce, These guys are young, man. The young wide receiver, but they doing it. So they just out there having fun. You see Bryce smiling and doing all this stuff. They just happy that they just playing freely and loose. You know what I'm saying? And if I was a Georgia fan, that's what I would be afraid of because this is the main point that I'm trying to make to y'all, Georgia fans and Alabama fans. At this point in the season, you are who you are. You are who you are. But like it's 10 days before, well, now it's a week before the championship game. You can't implement a whole new game plan. Yeah, you can tweak some things. You can put in a trick play here or there, like Georgia had against Michigan, where the halfback threw a touchdown. You can have one or two of those, but you can't fundamentally change who you are. You got that same playbook, you got the same line. Everybody, you are who you are. You know what I'm saying? So they still got Stetson Bennett. We still got Bryce Young. I feel good about it. I mean, I'm not making no predictions or nothing, but we are who we are. We got who we got. You got who you got. So if I was a Georgia fan, I would be a little afraid of that, because these two teams just played 30 days ago. Now Georgia can't roll out a whole new game plan. They can't go to try to play the same defense Cincinnati played. They can't do it. It's too. They got to come how they been coming. Whatever defense they in, 4-3-3-4. They got to keep playing. They can tweak some things. They can call a few different plays, but these two teams are what they are. Not saying that Alabama's unbeatable or Georgia gonna do that. I'm not making no prediction yet. I'm just saying the two teams are who they are. What you done seen all year, if Georgia hadn't been explosive offensively, they not gonna be explosive. If Alabama, if they can't do this or that, they can't just start it now. Like I was telling everybody, watching the Cincinnati game, why Alabama keep throwing it? Why they keep throwing it? We were running it, but we still threw. Bryce still threw 3 TD passes. And I'm gonna tell you why. We are a throwing team. You can't change who you are. We can run the ball and we can throw it. But we just can't just automatically change who we are. We are what we are. They are who they are. And that's what it was. Like Cincinnati couldn't just all of a sudden stop the run. They hadn't stopped the run all year. Like everybody, these teams that they are who they are now. A team can come out there and be flat, not play hard, and another team can play harder, and it'll make some plays. Make the game a little different. But at this point, the two teams are who they are, and I am so excited. Looking at Georgia fans and Alabama fans, it's just sports. That's all it is. Have fun, enjoy the game. Quit being so nervous, and y'all gonna give yourself a stroke, man. Like we gonna, if Alabama lose, I'm gonna wake up and the next morning I'm gonna go to sleep that night. I'm not gonna toss and turn, hopefully. So it is what it is, man. We not. It's sports is fun to me. And one more thing I'm talking about the Antonio Brown situation. Like I said, sports is fun. It's not that serious to me. You know what Antonio Brown did yesterday? He did what a lot of us have did in the past year or at some point of our life. We quit our job. That's all he did. It's not how could he do such a thing. He quit his job. He walked off his job. That's all it was. And just like at my job, if you walk off without a 2 week notice, you can't be rehired. So I don't expect him to get rehired. So we need to quit taking sports so seriously and the African American athletes all under microscope when y'all let Donald Trump do anything he wanted to do for 4 years. Y'all let people run up in the White House and do all that without no serious consequences. So leave Antonio Brown alone. He just quit his job. We looking at him like he an alien because he took his shirt and jersey off and threw peace signs. Like he just a human. He quit his job, people. That's all he did. He quit his job, just like half of y'all quit during the pandemic. So leave him alone. If we took uh, crime, the politicians, stuff like that, as serious as we do our athletes and hold them accountable, like we do these athletes, America will be a better place. But that's all I'm saying, man. I'm gonna come back and talk to y'all a little bit more before the national championship game. Maybe give y'all a prediction then, but I'm just telling y'all, man, at this point in the year, Alabama is who they is, and Georgia is who they is. We saw it 30 days ago. We finna see it again. You know, they can't all of a sudden become a pass rushing team. That ain't what they stop the run. Y'all know what they do. You know what I'm saying? But that's it, man. Swift talk. Let's go.